everybody. We are back in Florida for the winter. Right now we're at Salt Springs Recreation Area in Ocala National Forest, and you can book this one on rec.gov. This is a great one because there are a ton of first come first serve. So if you can't book something online, chances are you're going to be able to just show up early in the morning and be able to get you a spot. We have not had a problem yet.
I think there's about 40 of them actually.
Yeah.
There's 160 some odd sites. 40 of those are first come first serve.
Yep.
Oh, side note, you have to be in your rig to do it.
Yes.
You can't come up here without your rig.
Yep, you got to have it attached when you come through those gates. This is a beautiful one. No laundry facilities, but there's an amazing spring, and we'll show you that video. It's great for snorkeling, but no scuba diving here. Hey guys, it's Lo and Bo with the 50-somethings. Forgot how old we were for a second in the name of the channel.
Yeah, there for a minute.
We are at Salt Springs Recreation Area in Ocala National Forest.
Florida.
Yep, north of Orlando.
Yeah.
And it's great. We love it.
Yeah, we did a little bicycle tour. We took our e-bikes out and did our little ride around the park, so you get an idea of what it's like. But a few things about it. I'll let Laura handle the amenities.
Yes, I can do that. So, no laundry. It is full hookup sites. They have a primitive area for camps. For camping, you could take your RV down there, but I wouldn't recommend it. The road's pretty rough, so to be different on that. Don't listen to him. It's an awful road.
There were some trailers down there, and I think one fifth wheel, and I wouldn't have a problem taking hours through there. Now, it's not as nice as the black top of the main facility, but it's no worse than anything else we've been down. So yeah, I'd take mine, and it's much cheaper than this site we're at because, well, we have full hookups here.
Don't listen to him. So yes, and it's beautiful grounds, pretty good space between the sites. Our little girls have had plenty of place to walk.
Yeah, we actually took them for a walk, and I filmed a little bit of it just to give you an idea of just how much open area you have to walk your pets, and you don't have to be around all the other campers. So as you come out of the center of the park, there's a walkway, and about every, I'd say 100 yards, there is a, come on young lady, there is a pet waste disposal area. They do provide bags, but our favorite spot is over here. They also have a basketball court and a fairly large community gathering area.
At the gate where you check in, now I didn't go in there, Bo did, but there's a small store, right? Just
yes.
Ice cream, just treats and a few things, probably for the springs. Same as down at the spring head, they have a little store too. You can get flotation devices and that kind of stuff.
Nothing major, but there is a little shopping center about 1/8 of a mile away from the campsite entrance that we actually just got back from, had a bite to eat. They do have the laundry. Yeah,
so the town doesn't, I wouldn't so much call it a town. It's a couple it's a couple of gas stations, which is great, especially for people in the primitive area that may be running a generator. No grocery store, but I was surprised that Dollar General actually has a very small grocery section, but they have some fresh fruits and vegetables. So if you're at lunch meats, hot dogs, all that good stuff, ice cream.
There's a hair salon. There is a pizza joint that you can do takeout, but also has home cooked meals.
Post office.
Yep. Everything you need. I mean, if you're out here and you're camping, you're gonna be able to get everything that you need. I'll talk a little bit about the outside. The spring head itself is beautiful. It's 72 degrees year round. Fairly large, actually really large compared to the other spring heads here in Ocala National Forest. It opens up to a pond that you could actually go all the way out to the St. Charles River. And there is a public boat ramp, but there's also a private boat ramp that we took a tour of on our bikes. And a little river, or I should say a canal.
Takes you to Lake George.
Yeah,
right?
Okay. Takes you all the way to Lake George. And there's some trailheads around here that you can go a little hiking. There's one that's specifically marked not for bikes. The rest of them weren't, so we did ride our bikes. But as far as the restrooms, clean, shower facilities with dishwashing areas, because it is some dry camping, I would say, here. But as far as the grounds, they actually rake and blow all the leaves. Everything looks to me like fresh blacktop. It's been recently redone, it looks like. The basics, you have your grill, your picnic bench, and you also have in the camping area over there, they do have the bear-proof.
Yeah.
Bear-proof for the dry camping areas. There is, it seems like every 100 yards there is a post with dog bags, you know, your poop bags,
yeah,
and waste bins.
They ask that you not put them into the dumpsters because they have receptacles specifically for that. So, and they're all positioned very well, so you don't have to walk any distance.
And FYI, all the campsites for amenities are basically the same size. There are a few that have a little more of a grade, but I've seen everything from 42-foot fifth wheels, Class A's, to, you know, little pop-up pull-around campers in here. Well, I hope you enjoy the review of the campsite. Everything it has to offer, it is well taken care of.
Yes, and definitely make sure you get into the water at that spring head, because that was the best part of our trip. I mean, for me, it was a lot of fun. It's beautiful, and the fish.
I've seen the largest school of jacks I've ever seen in there. And at the blue crabs, there was a bunch of mullet schools. I mean, there was some sucker fish in there. It was pretty interesting.
It was pretty neat.
And it's not that deep. There's areas, obviously, that are deep, but for the most part, you can stand up. And there's 2 entrance points that I could tell coming in from the caves for the spring head, and it was like a blue hole. Pretty nice.
A ton of people still getting in the water.
T-shirts and shorts.
Yeah, we've had our cold days, but even on the cold days, there were still people in that water. It's 72 degrees year-round, so.
All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And if you got anything to say, let us know in the comments.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to point out is that this is basically a one-way drive-through park. So when you come in, every other road is going to be one-way only. So you'll take a right, you'll see here in a moment, and you'll drive up, take a left, come down the other side. Fairly large park, and as you see, the roads are in really good shape, and you just noticed the first sign that said you can't enter. Now, if you look at the map here, you can see the difference between the campsites. A lot of area for walking your pets and all that. Over 160 sites, 40 of those are first come, first serve. So as you turn into, you're going to see on either side, it's marked very well, the parking space itself. And there is so much space in between these campsites. It's one of the best places we've been to. Now, this is part of the series of Wintering in Florida that we've started here. If you go to the playlist marked above, you go over there and you'll see all the campsites, or I should say the campgrounds that we've stayed at in the state of Florida. You know, we tend to stay mostly with the National, State, and Army Corps of Engineers, but we have stayed in some of the resorts down here. They are a little bit more expensive, let's be honest about it. But even this park here, for a national park, it's quite pricey. It's $65 a night, but if you have the all-access pass or a military pass or even a Florida State pass, you do get part of that off. All access gives you half off, which still comes out to $30 a night. Here's the reason why. This park is ran by paid personnel. It's not a volunteer park. Now, with that being said, there are other rules and regulations that go along with that. So, you know, that's why they do have a little bit more charge in there, and they do charge you for electric here and sewer. But when you look at it for what you're getting for $30 if you're on all access pass, $65 if you're not, it's a really nice park. Now, I don't know of anybody that actually spends a long term here, because it still is restricted to 14 days, then you have to leave and come back. But as you can see, there's plenty of overflow parking to the left right there where we just passed through. There's another huge walk dock area down here. And as you come around here to the back side of the park, there is trails that weave throughout and go back to the canal itself or over to the river. The restrooms, I showed you the inside on one of the photos. They're very well kept. They clean them every day. There is quite a few handicap parking spots, I'll say it that way, where they're completely sidewalks to the bathrooms. Now this here, we're going into the primitive area. This is where Laura was saying she wouldn't take the rig. Now this particular area right here, yeah, it's a little bumpy, but the main road coming in, which we're fixing to take a left on, it's not so bad. There are areas like right here that if you're pulling the fifth wheel or something, you're gonna have to go slow. But the primitive area is half the price. So on the all access pass, you're looking at $15, man. The bathrooms are no different than the ones up on the main area. As you drive through, if you took a right, you go down to the spring. This left I'm taking is going to bring us down to the actual canal where you can put in a boat and get out to the river. Now this here was one of my favorite areas. This is what I was talking about, where if you had a bike, you could take it because there's no signs marking that you could not take a bike. So we rode down here quite a bit. Then there's a couple trails that aren't marked for no bikes that we took back to the main area. Seen a lot of fishermen down here, and the weird part is, as you see in the spring when we were snorkeling, there's saltwater fish that come up through there. There's two big openings in there, and I'm assuming that they come in from the Florida aquifer. We stopped, talked to these young ladies, and they said there was a gator down there. We went and couldn't really find the gator, but we did find a lot of turtles and everything. And they just kayaked down that canal, and it looks like they had a ball that day. We didn't get a chance to do any kayaking ourselves, or I got some footage. But, you know, next time we stay a little longer. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. And leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing.